Happy Monday and happy December, podcast listeners. Welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast presented by CVG. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. I hope you all did some great shopping and donating last week after Thanksgiving. If you're still on the lookout for holiday gifts this season, we encourage you to visit our website at nkychamber.com to find our member business directory. It is a great resource to find everything that you're looking for this holiday season, and it allows you to support other chamber member businesses. Thank you to our podcast sponsors, CVG, our title sponsor, C Crew Consulting, our digital sponsor, and our episode sponsor, Haran. Today on the podcast, we are spotlighting Medimorph with Dr. Parag, Patel, and Christy Ryan. Medimorph is an integrative aesthetic practice that provides minimally invasive cosmetic procedures and takes a holistic approach to their entire practice. It's a really great conversation. On NKY at Work, Nancy Spivey is joined by Lisa Blank of St. Elizabeth, who discusses healthcare workforce shortages and what approach St. Elizabeth is taking to create a sustainable pipeline. Today on the podcast, we're spotlighting Medimorph with Dr. Parag Patel and Christy Ryan. Medimorph is an integrative aesthetic practice that provides minimally invasive cosmetic procedures, and they try and take a holistic approach to everything that they do. On NKY at Work, Nancy Spivey is joined by Lisa Blank of St. Elizabeth Healthcare, who discusses the current healthcare workforce shortage and what approach St. Elizabeth is taking to create a sustainable pipeline. Coming up later this month, we have the Women's Initiative Professional Series, Unleash Your Professional Confidence. Join us on December 15th at 8 a.m. for Unleash Your Professional Confidence, Overcome Perfectionism and Imposter Syndrome with Patel Buford. Attendees will leave feeling more empowered than ever, and we'll have the tools to help them lead with excellence and build their confidence. You can register for that event at nkychamber.com/events. Now, let's go meet our members of the week, hear from our sponsors, and Nancy and I will meet you guys back here with our guests.
CVG Airport is the lowest fare airport in the tri-state region with 54 nonstop flights and direct international service to 7 destinations, including Paris, France, and now home to both DHL's and Amazon's global cargo hubs. The airport is furthering its position as leader in aviation and is deeply committed to being an economic driver for the community. You can learn more and start your next adventure at cvgairport.com.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we will highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. Pediatric and Adolescent Medicine of Northern Kentucky provides medical care in a compassionate, respectful, and supportive manner for patients and families. StairTech makes superior matched, manufactured, and wood products accelerated by innovation and technology. Armor-I is a premier service provider in the cybersecurity industry, serving businesses of all sizes with the very latest cyber protection. American Engineers, Inc. is a full-service, award-winning, multidisciplinary civil engineering firm with a 39-year history of project success across the United States. Peak Productivity specializes in peak performance and maximized productivity, with services that include individual business coaching, keynote speaking, and professional development training. Hi, everyone. I am joined by 2 members of the Medimorph team, Dr. Parag Patel, who is the medical director, and Christy Ryan, who is the director of nursing. Thank you guys so much for joining the podcast today. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Yes. So right off the bat, tell me about Medimorph.
Yeah, so we're an integrated aesthetics practice, a little bit different in the sense that we want to utilize not just looking at body contouring or injections. We want to make sure that the person gets the full all-around feeling of wellness and growth. We understand that you got to look good on the inside and the outside, so trying to take that as far as we can take that.
Anything to add?
No, I think he covered it pretty well.
And so you guys, how long have you been around? Tell us a little bit about how you guys started and both your backgrounds.
Sure.
So we started kind of early in the spring this year, kind of getting our idea together and getting our space and trying to figure out, what our model was going to be and our mission. We found the building here in Crescent Springs, just down the street, and had our grand opening September 8th, and moved in. And we have a small staff right now, just 4 nurses and MA and our medical director, and just kind of working our way through trying to...
Yeah, new to the area, breaking in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've been a provider for about 20 years now, so I know I don't look that old, and that's part of the stuff that we're getting thanks to Christy. Been doing aesthetic medicine for about 1.5 years. Went and did addiction for the last 7 years, and then decided it was time to get back into this. So had the great opportunity to work with some colleagues, rebrand ourselves in this Medimorph concept.
Yeah, and what kind of made you guys start this company?
Yeah, so understanding that there are going to be the new Zoom generation. A lot of people are out there just looking at themselves in the mirror or looking at themselves on the camera, and they're saying, hey, what's going on in here? So we took that to also, from that piece, go towards the whole, ladies especially aren't getting really listened to when they come in to a doctor's office and talking about their symptoms. So we said, okay, well, if we're looking at my background of obstetrics and gynecology, and we're trying to get wellness with hormone replacement type of things, how can we incorporate that back into the aesthetics component? And so in talking with Christy and Dr. Ryan, who's one of our co-founders, we decided we're going to give this a shot, and here we are.
Yeah, that's really incredible that you guys offer kind of more of a holistic approach. I know you kind of mentioned that in not just the things that people would think of when they're thinking cosmetic surgeries. So what sets you apart other than that? That's something obviously that a lot of businesses don't really do.
We like to have the patient when they come in. Sometimes they know what they want, or they think they know what they want, but we like to be able to offer them something else other than being just a clinic that just you come in for your one thing. We like to be able to have everything at our disposal to kind of provide that goal for the patients, for them to have for their cosmetic and also for their health and wellness as well.
We're pretty proud that we're physician-led as well. In a lot of facilities, a lot of places, like Chris was saying, it's just they're giving this one thing. They might do that one thing really well, but what we want to do is we want to do the things that we do really well as well, to be able to allow that person not to have to jump around, shop from side to side, be able to incorporate what their medical background is as well. So understanding why they got to where they were and what their goals are going to be going forward.
Yeah, and can you guys touch on a little bit of all of the services that you offer, because it's just almost a comprehensive list.
So we offer hormone replacement therapy, weight loss solutions for patients who are looking to lose, a few extra pounds. Or we also offer, we can do blood draws in office for all of our lab work. We send those to LabCorp, but the fact that we don't have to send our patients away to get the blood drawn, they can get it done right there in the office. We have a full body contouring suite with M-Sculpt. It does a lot of muscle building with radiofrequency heat to burn fat. M-Cella chair we have, it does incontinence, works for women who've had pregnancies. It can also be great for sexual health. It just stimulates the muscles like a Kegel muscle, about the same as our M-Sculpt machine does. Then we have the M-Fem, which is more of a vaginal rejuvenation, all in our M-Suite room. We do all the injectables, Botox, Dysport, fillers, with multiple different techniques. We have several injectors. We have a cool sculpting room where we do all the fat freezing with our cool sculpting. And then we just hired an esthetician to do all of our facials and skincare. We have a full skincare line. We have laser suite where we do laser hair removal, Halo, Moxie, any of those fractional type deeper surface lasers. We handle that as well.
So literally everything, it feels like. And one of the things you guys also offer, in addition to all the services, you also offer discounts. You guys, I know, have some holiday offerings coming up, as well as a membership package. Can you guys touch on those a little bit?
So we have 2 membership tiers. We have a gold membership and a platinum membership. Those are
priced a little differently, but for a gold membership, you get 10% off of all of our services. And then the amount that you spend for the memberships, those dollars get banked into your account that you can use for future services. Same thing with our platinum membership, you get 15% off all the services, and your membership fee also banks to use for future services as well.
The cool thing about the bank is that you're basically paying yourself to be able to save up and get that special thing that you might want over the spring or over the summer. And that is the money that you get to utilize for the services that we're offering. So I'm not sure that a lot of other facilities are doing that. So when you're asking about how we separate ourselves, that's one of those areas. And also with our HRT, with our hormone replacement, we're not just thinking about libido. It's more than just libido. It's brain fog, it's moodiness, it's fatigue. So one of the common misconceptions is, if I have sexual dysfunction, I need to go get on hormones. But there's other things that we look at as well.
Yeah. Like I said, that holistic approach. As a newer business, how have things been going for you guys? Have you been liking Crescent Springs? Have you guys been seeing a steady flow of people coming in and out of your business? Yeah,
the Crescent Springs area has been pretty phenomenal. It's a good patient mix. We have a better flow of patients that have been coming in for the past 3 to 4 weeks now. It took a little bit of time for us to be able to get our feet in the area, understanding that there are other opportunities, other places that our patients and our clients could potentially go. So having the opportunity to show how we're different, what we're doing differently is going to go a long way as well.
Yeah, and for our viewers and listeners today, is there anything you'd like to say to them, especially for people who have considered these types of procedures or looking into these types of services, but are kind of on the fence about them?
I would say probably one of the biggest barriers is cost for these procedures, and also fear of, is it going to hurt? Like, what is my downtime going to be? And I think that we've done a very good job at selecting the equipment that we're using and selecting even the staff that we've hired to perform the services. And it doesn't have to be something that's costly. We also, not only do we do our membership programs where we make it to where you're saving up to take care of yourself in the long run, we also offer financing through Cherry. So there's other options that you can do for some of the more expensive procedures. And we don't want patients to come in, have something done, and then leave with a bad experience,
right,
that it was harmful or it hurt or they'll never come back again. So we do our best to make everybody very comfortable and have the best experience they can.
Yeah.
And we also offer free consultation. So the ability just to come in, just to walk around, get a feel of what it's like. Our facility is in the Tobin building, and it's pretty nice for those that drive by. It's that big brick building on the left as you're going away from here. The feel of it is a feel of a spa, like spa-esque, but we, again, are able to cater towards those different needs of the patients.
Yeah, well, that is really incredible. Thank you guys both so much for taking time out of your day to come and visit with us. Before I let you guys go, is there anything else that you would like to share about Medimorph before you leave here?
Yeah, just the phone number is 859-212-0333, and you can find us at www.medimorph.com. Christy would know our Instagram better than I do.
It's at Medimorph _. And we can also accept appointments on our website too. You can self-book on the website.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys again so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Nancy Spivey, Vice President of Talent Strategies for the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. I'm pleased to talk to Lisa Blank today. Lisa, I'm looking at your title. It says System Director, Organizational Development in the Office of Workforce Development. That's a huge title. Tell me what that means.
It means a lot. Thanks for having me. I've been at St. Elizabeth for 33 years. It is a wonderful place to work. St. Elizabeth is experiencing the same healthcare workforce shortages as everybody else in this nation, and particularly in this region. While we have a robust system of colleges and universities to support healthcare, the existing and previous pandemic from 21 really hit everybody in healthcare super hard, and we're still not recovered. So that's why I'm here. That's why the Office of Workforce Development exists. We're trying to find pipelines and ways to attract both students and adults into healthcare careers and keep that pipeline of needed healthcare workforce going.
And it's very much needed. I know nationally there's some big statistics about how many job openings there are and then what that looks like locally. Can you talk a little bit to that?
I can. We need 2.1 million nurses in this country on a supply of 325,000. That's just the first part. Let's talk about Kentucky state numbers, where we have a sonography vacancy rate of 23%. The Kentucky Hospital Association reported high teens to low 20 vacancy rates from respiratory, radiology, nursing. It just goes on. And that is just your clinical staff. Then you go to the non-clinical regular workers. So we have to get very creative on programs to get people in, trying to take care and support taking care of people.
So one of the things that you and I have talked about before is this great coloring book, which we'll have up on the screen for people to see. And it talks about careers in healthcare. It talks about don't be afraid to go to the hospital. Give me a little bit of information about that.
We have Wait. Where's Winston? Winston happens to be my dog. He is 8 years old. He has caused a lot of havoc and a lot of injuries. I have a broken little finger to show for it. But it was our creative idea for pre-K through 5th grade to try to get youngsters interested in healthcare careers. We're going to schools. My health career program manager was just at Beechwood on Friday, reading this coloring book to children to try to get awareness for healthcare careers. We are giving them across the tri-state in Boone, Kenton, and Campbell. Bray Construction in Campbell was nice enough to give us some money to get them to all Campbell County elementary schools. It is amazing. We want to get it spread. We've had interest from Ohio schools. We also have the puppets that we can loan to schools so that they can actually use those puppets to teach. And it tells a story and introduces kids to a lot of different healthcare careers.
Yeah, and I think we all hear a lot about the nursing shortage, but you know, I know St. Elizabeth has really grown in the last, let's say, 5 or 6 years. Give us an idea of what are the top jobs at St. Elizabeth right now.
Well, I think we've named them in the first 2 seconds of this. Registered nurses is a huge. Ultrasonography, medical and cardiovascular, huge. Radiology and respiratory careers. We need more medical assistants. We need some of those jobs. We need patient care assistants or nurse assistants. We need those jobs. And the advantage of patient care assistants is we can train you off the street to take care of people. And that is a phenomenal program that we're offering on-site training for right there, and we'll pay you to do it.
So it's not just college-bound, 4-year degree, 6-year, 8-year degree people. It's entry level. Do you do like career mapping and coaching?
We do. We have career connectedness model. So we want to meet the student or the adult where they are. If you don't know what you want to do, we have a graph that really helps say, okay, let's do a UWorld assessment. Let's see what aptitude you have and what it is. There's 16 career clusters. If it's not healthcare, what is it? And then we'll steer you towards the resources to help with that. If it is healthcare, then let's see, what do we have? What programs do we have? Do you want to see it? Do you want a job shadow? Why don't you attend, if you're a high school student, a nurse camp at Northern or Gateway? And then you spend 2 days there at Northern and 2 days with us just to shadow floors. You want to shadow independently? Reach out to us. We are happy to set that up. You do have to have a COVID vaccine, but if you want to shadow on patient care floors to see what nursing is. Oh, and I miss laboratory, and I don't want any of my peeps at St. Elizabeth to think I didn't talk about laboratory careers, because it's huge. And that is another high need area, and we need to look for innovative programs. You know, I'm really fortunate. St. Elizabeth is trying to stay ahead of the game. They are out there giving gifts to these schools to offer scholarships, to increase pipelines, and a variety of vocations. So we're really blessed that we have that in this community, and that St. Elizabeth cares about the community and the future workforce. because let's face it, we're not getting any younger.
No.
And my worry at night is who is going to take care of me when I'm ready and I need that care. So we are ahead of the game on that. Really proud of the hospital.
Yeah, that's exactly right. One of the things we learned at a recent Exit Issues is the number of older adults are going to outnumber the number of children by the year 2034. So
Yes.
we all have to be ready for that. We all know what that looks like, and I think
We
it's
do.
better for all of us to work together and be prepared.
We
So,
do, for sure. But if anybody has any questions and they want assistance or help or coaching or what do I do? How do I get contacted? I want to be a PCA. Where do I start? Reach out to us. I hope you have our links
yes,
here.
we will provide
And
those on the screen. We'll
they
make sure
can-
those are provided.
That is awesome. And they can send us an email or they can call us and we will be happy to coach them through.
And
It's really important.
It also sounds like you need employers to sponsor Where's Winston, right?
We do. If employers want to sponsor Where's Winston, we would love to have it. There's a cost to create the book, but we are in the process now of sending out our masses to all the schools. So if it's anybody not in the Northern Kentucky area or a private school that we haven't thought of, we would love to get it to you.
Great, and it's a great way to support jobs in the Northern Kentucky economy. So
It is.
thank you, Lisa. Thanks.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure to see you.
You too.
Take care.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Shannon Schumacher, Account Executive, Kentucky Market Leader. At Haran, we champion bold innovation to help employers and individuals thrive. As an industry thought leader, we explore new horizons in healthcare, benefits, employee engagement, and wellness. We work harder to deliver all the strategic benefits, planning, and execution you expect from a true partner. And we do it with laser focus on your short and long-term outcomes to help manage your benefits while improving your employee experience.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you again for joining the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast presented by CVG. I hope you enjoyed hearing from our guests from Medimorph as well as St. Elizabeth. Don't forget to register for the upcoming Women's Initiative Professional Series event on December 15th. Like I said, you can find all that information and register for that event at nkychamber.com/events. Thank you once again to our podcast sponsors, CVG, C-Crew Consulting, and Haran. Finally, if you're a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're interested in becoming a member of the Northern Kentucky Chamber, please reach out to Lynn Aplin. And if you're interested in sharing your workforce strategies and resources on NKY at Work, please reach out to Nancy Spivey. You can find both of their contact information on our staff directory at nkychamber.com. Thanks again for listening or viewing the podcast today. I will talk to you all next week.